Hey guys, welcome to Homesteading Off the Grid. Today we are doing an unboxing, an assembling, and a testing video of potentially the most inexpensive, best weed eater you can get from Lowe's or virtually anywhere else. It's the Boland's 25cc 2-cylinder engine BL160. I've recently decommissioned a couple of really good quality weed eaters. One I bought just last year, a Craftsman 25cc that cost about $129.99. Very good working, very good operational weed eater, 2-cylinder, if you use it for what it's intended to be used for, which is to cut grass and weeds that needs to be cut. I've also decommissioned recently a very expensive $239.99 Troy-built 4-cylinder. This one you don't even have to mix the gas. The gas and oil goes in different places. Very high quality weed eater. You can see it was kind of long for me, so I made a harness out of a rope. The reason I'm showing you this is to let you know I will certainly have other more commonly known name brand weed eaters to compare the Boland's to once we get it assembled, okay? So I can give you my honest opinion, thumbs up or thumbs down on this very inexpensive weed eater. You can get these for as little as $69.99. I got mine at Lowe's in Charlottesville, Virginia for $99.99. I think it's a little pricier for a couple of reasons. One, we're in peak season, and number two, I live in a very affluent area and some of the companies may or may not price gouge because of that fact. I've seemed to have witnessed that. I know if I drive down to Richmond, I can get the same thing for 20 bucks cheaper, usually, and certainly there's always online. So it doesn't matter where you buy it, this is a product we're going to be testing. But this one is being decommissioned, the Troy built, for the same reason. Tried to cut down some things that I shouldn't have been cutting down. That's just stories for another video. Don't pay any attention to any of that here. This is about the Boland's 160. So, I'm going to get right to it because what I'm trying to do here is not edit, don't do any cutting or splicing, because I want to give you real time so you'll know how long it might take you to unbox and assemble and start testing your new Boland's BL160 weed eater. So let's get right to it here. And I will put this out there too as a preface. I'm not very good at fixing things or putting things together. I'm good at using them. Sometimes I break them. Well, this is nice to see. Look at this. We've already got line on our head there, so we're not going to have to worry about lining it. There we go. It appears as if one of the most time-consuming parts might be trying to figure out how to open the box, but we got that. You know, I can tell already this is much lighter weight than the other weed eaters I was using. It's yellow. I've never had a yellow weed eater. That's neat. It's got startup instructions for when we get to that point right there on the side of the thingy. That's what this is, a thingy, not to be confused with the doohickey. The doohickey right here, okay? And what's this? Instructions. For those of you who are not like me and actually like to read the instructions, I usually just look at the picture. And then we've got a package here that has the guard, very important for safety so you don't fling stuff all over yourself. And then here's the handle. More instructions and a couple of screws. Okay. So, since there is no picture on the box, I will attempt to assemble this by using the instructions. So that's why I brought my table. So far so good. Looks like only 4 parts and 2 screws. Shouldn't take too long. Wow, look at this. Comes with a little plastic packet of 2-cycle engine oil to mix with your gas. Yeah, 40-to-1 ratio. I'm sure you mix it with 1 gallon of gasoline. Remember, use non-ethanol, ethanol-free, or 10% or less ethanol gasoline for your small engines. Okay. Well, this was pretty simple and self-explanatory. I just saw that in the instructions that to put this brush guard on, you simply unscrew the wing nut here, like so. And then it goes on like this. Remember, this is going to be facing the back of the weed eater because that's going to be the front of your legs. So you simply, looks like you can clasp this in there. Make sure you get a good view of that. That goes in there like that, and then you screw it on over on this side. You see that? Just a little, goes in there. Bring this here. Make sure to get my washer on there. And it appears as if I'm putting it on backwards because I can't screw on the wing nut from that direction. So I'm going to put this screw through this way. Take the washer off. I'm going to put that on the outside of the screw. There we go. And then it just screws on there like that. Simple enough for that part. And then, let's see, we're going to put our handle. You simply want to loosen up your handle like that. We're going to put this on the end that has the head on it. We're not going to tighten this up all the way just yet because we're going to adjust this to our specific arm length, but you got to put it on there you go, before we connect this arm to the arm that has the motor on it. And it looks like there's simply grooves we line up. Guys, so far so good. I mean, I was looking at the instructions and reading them, but I really don't need to. I've done this with other weed eaters in the past and it's very similar. The directions were pretty simple. If it is your first weed eater, follow the instructions to a T, you won't have a problem. If you've done this before, you're familiar with this process. So we gotta line things up here. go. Goes in there just like that. Move our handle out of the way. There we go. So we can fit it down. Goes in just like that. And wow, this is really self-explanatory, but I mentioned earlier there's 2 screws. Look where they go. Right there. That's where those 2 screws go. Make sure here. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter than both of those other weed eaters I'd used in the past, but it's a lot lighter. So, and I have almost 6 acres, and I weed eat the perimeters, the edges of about half of it, so close to 3 acres, and I do it regularly. I keep this place looking pretty sharp. So this is going to be a lot less effort, physical labor for me. Alright, one screw goes there, the other goes here. They fit perfectly. I did bring up a couple of tools, assuming I'd probably need something, so I just take a screwdriver here. They screw in nice and easily, which means I've got them in the right place. I'm not forcing anything. Wow. Okay, and there we go. Look at that. Okay, this video has been running for almost 13 minutes at this point. I've probably wasted 4 of those minutes talking about stuff that didn't need to be discussed, as I have a tendency to do in my videos. So that means I got it put together in less than 10 minutes. It's put together correctly, it's screwed together. Now it's time to test start it, see how easily it starts. Oh, my handle's not tight yet, so I'll tighten that up. So we're going to test start it, see if it starts easily, and see how well it cuts, okay? So I'll move the box out of the way. So again, the instructions are here on the side. Very simple, just like the other weed eaters I've had in the past. So we're going to start. Wow. Okay, this is going to suck. I wanted to leave the thing running, but look. I guess you need gas, and my gas is down in the shed. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go get gas, but I'm going to ask you to do me a favor while I'm getting it. I'm going to read a couple of comments that came in on the channel last night. It's about 200 yards down to the shed, but I'll run. Don't worry, I'm pretty fit for an old guy. I run a lot. You suck. No. This guy's a moron. No, wait. I don't know who's dumber. Him for making these videos or me for watching. No. Oh, here it is. Your wife is adorable. Thank you. Is your wife going to make any more cooking videos? There they are. You suck. No. Your wife, Giggly Girl, is the best part of this video. Okay, guys, we get There's not much of a wind up here, but it seems like this stuff's blowing away, or looked like something came flying at me there. Anyway, here's my point. We get a lot of comments like this, and my beautiful bride Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, isn't in a lot of these videos. But here's some good news for you. She recently started her own channel. So go up in your search box here on YouTube and type in Life with Dearly. That's her new channel. She's only got a couple of videos up there. But let's go over to her channel and let's subscribe and let's watch her videos and let's help her get off to a good start, okay? So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to go get gas. I'll be back in just a minute. Go subscribe to my wife's channel, Life with Dearly. She's a sweetheart. Let's help her out. Let's get her some subscriptions and let's watch her videos. Okay. Told you I was quick. I just ran about 300 yards. But I've got the gas, okay? So, I guess it will help with starting the weed eater if we put the gas in first. Okay? Always be careful with this. Alright, there we go. Always make sure not to overfill. You don't want to have a spill. You don't want to pollute the world. We want to leave it cleaner and better than we found it, not make it worse. So now, let's follow these simple instructions. Make sure I got this cap back on there correctly. Okay, so we move the lever to, we press this button 10 times. One, two, three, four. Give you this, show you 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it says move lever to 1, which it is. See right there? Move lever to 1. Then it says squeeze throttle through steps 4 through 8. So we squeeze the throttle, pull 5 times, move the lever 2, pull 3 to 5 times to start the engine, wait 30 seconds, and then move it to 3, and we can cut. So guys, before we even start this, we're gonna do 2 things. When you're using weed eaters, always use iPro, always use EarPro, okay? So you get this in here. I hope you went over and liked my wife's channel, subscribe to her channel, Life with Dearly. Do it afterwards if you'd like. Okay, so we primed it. Let's try it out. See how easy or not it starts. Now it says move it to 2. It's supposed to be 3. Let's prime it a little bit more with the bubble. Yeah, we got something there. Move it back to 3. filled this gas. It's up to here, but it looks like it's leaking. You see this? Let me get something down here. Gasoline on my plate. Turn it up, look. So guys, I wanted to say, hey, this is a great little weed eater for $100, but once again, here I'm finding out, and you'd think I'd be old enough to know this, I'm 46. You get what you pay for. I'm unscrewing the top, and I'm going to screw it on again to make sure I didn't have it screwed on incorrectly. It's screwed on correctly, and it's tight. And look at this. I did not overfill the gas. So let's see. Look at that. You see that? And don't worry, the gas went on the cardboard. But when I hold it like this, the gas comes out like a sieve. So, wow. Here's my take on this, guys, and you saw you saw me open the box. Either one, the product sucks. Number two, maybe it's a decent product, but this particular item, this particular piece of the product is defective, which it obviously is. I kept my receipt. I'm gonna take it back and return it, but there's always a third alternative too, which is a little bit harder to believe, but I think there's something up here that doesn't want me even bringing a weed eater anywhere close to this area. Guys, you're seeing this. And again, look, I have cardboard here. You can see the gas on it. I'm not leaving any sort of mess here. It's not overfilled, but when I turn it like this, guys, I can't even begin to explain this other than I'm going to take it back and exchange it, and next time I'm not bringing it up here to this area, to this particular part of my property. Wow. I think it's time for me to leave. Go subscribe to my wife's channel, Life with Dearly, and I'll see you next time. But I'm going to be doing this from a different location, not up here.